Hello, back again with another interesting video. This time is on again some of these women and how they really expressing themselves. But you're gonna hear some unique stories about these women. And shout out to the content creators for coming to get into all of them that are using video. Alright then, hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'll get back with my commentary. Let me see if I can.
Patented technology. Smooth and hide.
One time I let this guy take me out to dinner, and after we ordered our food, I go to check my phone. I'm on my phone for like 30 seconds. He got up and left. He didn't even say anything either. He just quietly got up.
Sure, you were on your phone for just a few seconds. Hey, this is Raul. Please act right. Men are not putting up with the shenanigans anymore on these dates.
So I'm having a great date with this dude, and then he gets up and he leaves. He just leaves. I'm so shocked. Like, y'all, I'm not even joking. He in the bathroom. He left. He dipped. He's gone. That was insane.
Oh, these dudes are leaving these women.
If he just got up and left, I don't think you're gonna have to worry about blocking him. If this really happened, evidently, he don't want to be bothered with you anyway.
No.
I do want to say before we start this video, fellas, please do not ask these women out on dates just to get up and walk out leaving them with the bill just to be a jerk. Like the kids used to say, keep it classy. If you're not really interested in dating her, just don't ask her out at all. I want to give a special thanks to Julius D, Earl Farrell, Ramesses, Ken, and Gabriel Granger for your continued support for the channel through Cash App and PayPal. Please know that your generous contribution is greatly appreciated.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay.
Got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. You're not just from
This one.
So if you haven't seen this video yet, this guy took her out on a date to the Cheesecake Factory. And when he got out to open her door, she locked the door so he couldn't let her out. So pay close attention to her immaturity level. If she knew she wasn't going to get out of the car, why didn't she talk to him while he was sitting in the car next to her?
Yes. Do you want me to open the door for you? Okay. You're recording me? Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. What's the problem with that? This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant? You want to talk about it?
No, you take it to McDonald's.
In front of them? Oh yeah, I want to talk about it. Yeah. Come on, get up on in the car. You know, we're going to talk about it.
Now, me personally, right at this point, I'd be taking her right back to where I picked her up from.
Right.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, yes. Let's talk about it. So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right? I mean, you're supposed to.
We are looking at you. My question is, have you looked at you? Clearly, when you look in the mirror, you see this. I don't think so.
When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted.
Right, you get courted, but you're still out on dates. Clearly, they're courting you according to you. But for some reason, they stop. See how some of these women want to make like they're all that? If you were all of that at your age, then why are you still single?
So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah. You see all they expect from men, and on a first date? Girl, please stop.
As supposed to do. I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done. I mean, you have been pretty nice, but I mean, and then
I can't take my eyes off my eyes.
My go-to is Lumify eye drops.
Lumify dramatically reduces red.
It's been pretty nice, but I mean,
And then,
Cheesecake Factory.
This is like the nicest guy. Kudos to him for being such a gentleman about this.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too.
Respectful, like not locking the door when he tried to open the door for you, Miss Thing.
I expect her to be cooperative. And at least, you know,
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well, I mean, like, even like, when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't, put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or pull my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay, I'll give her that. It's too early for her to hold his arm. Just like it's too early for him to take you out on a fancy restaurant. So touche.
Yeah, I can respect that. I can respect that. When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. Just we're not there.
Yes.
Okay. And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
Everything except taking accountability. Now continue to listen because he did have other plans.
but
I got myself all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Not according to other women, whose videos I'm gonna play in a few minutes here.
Well, look at
I mean,
my plan where we were gonna go originally.
see, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call
See,
him. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
What do you mean, yo? You're ungrateful.
See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 a.m. At 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs.
And there's that lack of accountability that I was talking about. She was an hour late and he had to wait for her a whole hour sitting in his car. He's better than me because I'd have given 15 minutes. After that, I would have been out.
For an hour.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
Your work running late doesn't matter. It's like buying tickets to a concert. If you show up late, you think the band is gonna wait for you until you show up to start playing?
And that is not possible.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, you know, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria.
Which he did plan anyway, but you were the one that was late that made y'all miss the reservations.
Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been, but if we're late, I mean, I told you twice.
It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and you can have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot.
I mean,
And waiting for a reservation.
we can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, you know,
No.
equivalent to that? I mean,
I literally
you don't
said-
understand.
What part does she not understand?
Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing.
I will die.
Oh my
That's
god.
embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain
See how women
expectations.
they get big
I can
headed
tell
because
it's
they looks.
not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh, yes he did. That's my boy. Take her ungrateful behind right back where you picked her up.
Yeah, I love it.
So, you just want to call it a night?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
Yes, we can believe it. You're looking for a consolation prize when you were the one that made both of you all late for the reservation. Wait a minute. Actually, he did give you a consolation prize. The Cheesecake Factory.
I'm sorry, y'all. If I don't feel respected, not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
I know that's right.
Well, you are serious. You're really leaving.
I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
Fellas, pay close attention to her reaction. This is the reaction of a woman who's used to getting her way with men.
Right.
But not today.
Yeah.
Man, I love this guy. He reminds me of myself as a young fella.
Yep. But yeah, I had a chick did that to me kind of one time, man, and I was living in Cincinnati, and so you know, I come up, you know, and I said, what? Took her out to a restaurant and bought her a meal, and afterwards, you know, hey, I wasn't expecting anything, but I figured in the next couple weeks, you know, I'd come over and visit her. Oh, I got something to do. Oh, I got plans. I got my kids coming over, and I got this coming up. I can't do that right now. Oh, you know, it's just like, and then finally it's like, okay, well, what about the next day? You know, the next time. Well, it was always some kind of excuse. And then finally she broke down to me one time because she just kept on wanting to call phone relationships after we didn't seen each other for a while. Then she did one of these numbers, right? She told me that she met some guy, another guy after she met me, that told me some wild story. She picked him because he's making $22 an hour. Well, the $22 an hour guy took her out to a restaurant and left her with the bill. Yeah, and I cracked up, man. I cracked up. I said, serve you right. You know, why you say that? Because when I try to get with you, you make it so excuses. Then she told me another one guy that come over that she met, and he put the moves on her old lady, her girlfriend. But when I try to talk to her, she give me the brush off and the runaround. This is about 15 years ago. And so she want to keep you what they call a phone relationship. You know? And it's like, I ain't got time for that. And she just one of these women like her, because she was attractive, short black woman. She really petite and everything. She built right. But when I say that, she let it get to her head. That, you know, even though she got kids and everything, she got a grown daughter and everything, but even as a grown daughter with a grandchild, she still had that mindset. Because I was like 30, she was 39, I was like 35 at the time. But yeah, it's some women like that, man. It's like, you know, just think they so pretentious or something. And that's it. And that's why I said, guys, this is the year. You know, this is time, like when the women act like, do what that dude do. Drop her off. Kick her to the curb. It's another woman. It's too many women in this world to put up with some bull crap. And some woman out there would appreciate it. I mean, that's crazy. So I definitely understand. I can definitely relate to that. You know, it's like they get to the point that it's gonna look. You're gonna take someone look like me, like really, prima donna. To a cheesecake. It's not like he took it to like Taco Bell somewhere. I mean, these women got a lot of nerve, man. You ain't got a date, and you ain't never had a man. And no wonder men don't get with you, even the ones with the money.
Cynthia G has been a polarizing figure here in Black YouTube for going on almost a decade now, and she has done so by hating on African American men, which is very interesting because Cynthia G herself hates what she considers a man who is like a bandit. A bandit is a black man, in her honest opinion, who's a dusty beta male who doesn't want to go out and protect and help black women. In other words, these bandits are of no good or use to the black community. And that's very interesting, knowing that Cynthia G got pregnant by one of these bandits herself, who already had 5 kids from other ladies. If you don't believe me, here's her admitting it.
This is being framed in a certain way to basically say that I met a man, Rob, And within 3 months, I chose to go get pregnant by him. This is what is being said. Now, the thing of it is that this is not the case, because like I said, this person does not even know if I am currently pregnant, because I have not spoken to her in a while. So she wouldn't know, she wouldn't be able to validate if I was still pregnant or not. She would not be able to do that, because again, I have not spoken to her. But I would not lie and say the text messages and the stuff that she's showing is not true, because it is. And those things that are things that I've said, I said them in a certain context. That context is not being shown, of course, because when people want to show a certain narrative, they're going to show a certain narrative. So I'm being told that I'm a hypocrite. I'm being told that I somehow chose a man with a dusty beta male. I understand that I said certain things and messages out of anger, and like I said, I don't have a choice but to take responsibility for that.
But that's besides the point. As we know, Cynthia G has recently been demonetized. And again, Bandits had nothing to do with that. The automated system got her demonetized. Although she wants to blame black men for losing the bag, when she lost the bag because of her own vitriol and self-hatred towards her own community. But wait, there is more. There was a stream about 11 days ago in which Cynthia G put up called "What Do We Need Black Men For?" and what's so appealing about them. Let's play a snippet of that and then we'll come back.
An in-depth discussion on this really needs to be had. If for no other reason than clarity to other black women who have been, I want to say both gaslit and deceived, because you're gaslighting when you tell someone that you're not going to protect them because they wanted to be strong and independent, when the reality is you've never been protecting them or yourself. And that's just the truth. Bandits are not lending you protection not because you said that you were strong and independent, but because they are cowardly. They are afraid. They've never been able to effectively protect themselves or their communities. So they're not able, if anybody can't protect themselves, they can't protect you. Okay? They just can't protect you. So you saying that you don't need them is not because you don't want to be able to rely on them. It's because you can't. They forced you in a position to where you've had to do everything for yourself and them. Not only have you had to carry the community on your back, but you had to carry them too. All of the advocacy that black men get, they're getting it from black women. All of the praises that they get, they're getting it from black women. They're not getting it from other races of women. And this is why, this is part of the reason why I wish that black women would just walk away, because they already know that these women don't have their backs. I want them to see the absence of any of these women speaking up for them.
That's very interesting. If you look at the comments, she has over 1,949 of them. But then this thinking is permeating through a lot of black female society. We hear a lot of women talking about how they're going to leave black men alone and they're going to go to other communities. Brad is going to be there to save them. And, we all hear that point. But what they fail to realize is that these other communities have women in their communities that are also very similar in culture and nature to them. And what they don't get is wherever you go, there you are. Same thing with Cynthia G. She spent so much time hating on dusty beta males and black men, and then only to go out and make the decision to go out and get pregnant by one. We've already heard that evidence. But then whose fault is that? She can blame black men all you want, but the reality is it's her fault. But still here, there's somebody else who's going to combat this narrative and really put that thinking that Cynthia G and a lot of ladies have in their place. And it's coming from a lady that some of you are familiar with. Let's check it out.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you are a black woman and you know you have a good black man at home, you need to do what it takes to keep that black man. Because let me tell you something, there are not a lot of available good black men out here that are still interested in dating black women. So let me just hit you with some facts. Naturally, there are just more women on this earth than men, okay? We are outnumbering them. So then there's a large percentage of those black men that are incarcerated. There's another percentage of those men that are just into men. It's just the world that we live in. There's there's another percentage of those men that are already taken and married, and a lot of them are not marrying the black women. So when you do come across a black man that is single and good and actually willing to date a black woman, how do you ensure that he is actually desiring you and wants to commit to you? Okay, here's another fact. The number of black men who are marrying outside of their race has drastically increased, which simply just means they are not picking us, and that is a big concern for me. So you got to ask yourself, what is it about you that makes us less desirable? That is what we have to figure out, because the men do desire to be in a relationship. They're getting married and they're outnumbering us in marriages. They're just not picking us. So it's time to really figure out, how can I be different? What do I need to switch up to really get what I truly desire from this black man? Let's talk about it in the comment.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is Sabrina Parr. She's the ex-fiance of Lamar Odom, and she's pretty, known in the industry. I'm not saying she's like an A-list celebrity, but she knows them and she sees what's happening with black men. And the reality is, as much as black men have issues and they have problems, you're not going to be a group of women moving away from men to other groups of men or staying by yourself and then expecting that you're going to get some development. You can never get any development if you're a woman that has vitriol and disrespect for the men in your community. You will never get far. And what Sabrina Parr is talking about is on point. Now, obviously, she does mention that, you have certain brothers that are, maybe gay or whatever like that. And that's true of any people of any race, right? But a lot of these black men are wanting to get married, but they're marrying who? Somebody else. Why? Well, let me just say this. You have a lot of women out there who are very nice, but again, that lack of respect, it can sometimes make a man go someplace else. So imagine dating somebody that has the vitriol of Cynthia G. And again, I'm not saying all women have the vitriol of Cynthia G. I'm saying imagine dating that kind of woman. Somebody that's already a single mom, that doesn't believe that black men are owed any respect. Are you going to put up with somebody like Cynthia G if you don't have to? I can tell you absolutely not. But more women are waking up and seeing the point as they get older. The reality is that black men make a lot of mistakes, and we all understand that, and we definitely need to improve on our way forward. But the reality is they have too many.
And my thing is,
excited to get laser hair moved to that ideal image.
And my thing is, why don't you pick one of the other men if you think so less value of your own man? I mean, why don't you just be one of the women and say, okay, I'll just go and pick another man in another community? Why you have to put down your men? That's what I don't understand. That if black men such have a flaw, and you feel that black men ain't built nothing, which we know that's a lie, the pit of hell. But then why mess with us? Why come to Black Men's Platform, who helped build up your channel, Cynthia G? Why come to a black man's channel? Why don't you go to a fellow female's channel? Go to the LGBTQ channel. Why didn't you go to a Brad's channel, a Hector's channel, a Chin Lee's channel? Why you had to come up? Why would you ask? But black men ain't worth the shit. I'm just saying.
So let's check it out.
Too many women out here who are solely blaming black men for all of their problems and the black community problems, while they're out there messing up their own situation, just like Cynthia G. Can Cynthia G blame black men for the fact that she got demonetized? No, Cynthia G got demonetized because of Cynthia G. Can Cynthia G blame black men that she chose a dusty beta male baby daddy to have a kid by, and now she's a single mom? No, she made that choice. She's a hypocrite to her own message. So again, who's destroying whose life? Cynthia G became a single mom and then lost the bag without black men being there. You want to know why? Because a lot of these ladies out here, when they don't have any kind of male leadership around them, they just going around being disrespectful, going around, just running off the hinges. And when they run off the hinges, they run themselves into big problems that they can't get themselves out of, and they want to cry to black men as to why black men can't help them. No. So keep that attitude over there and express it over there in that medium, while you're over there losing your monetization, losing your things because you can't control your behavior. Pull yourself together. Get it together, all right? And notice here who has the cards. No community can develop without its men. And once you start insulting your men in your community, you don't get any development.
Right.
And if you can't attract a man into your life,
right.
if you believe you're a good woman, or are you so silly to believe that they're not good men? That's the problem with Black America. At least Black men who even would interracially date, they can at least admit, you know what, there are good women out there. But some of these women like Cynthia G, they will gladly say, oh, we're good women out here, but there are no good men. Is that right? So how do you get pregnant by no good man?
Right.
It would be because you're that person
exactly.
that you're calling a no good man. You are his equal. You are his parity.
Right.
Okay? You are living in the parity
exactly.
of a no good man. Because you're the woman that deserves that man. You
exactly.
are receiving your parity.
Exactly.
You can be upset about
exactly,
that if you would like to. But put the issue where it needs to be. Let's try to even express it. You see, the Black men out here who are doing very well, they got options.
Right.
They got opportunities. Whether they want to build for you is another thing. And yes, I'm a pro-Black. We should be doing a better job doing that. But if these guys are getting married and you're not, because you're miserable and you have a disdain for the whole Black male species, if you will, then you're the problem. Then you need to get yourself checked out. Then you and all the other ladies out there who have that attitude, you're the one that are suffering. You think you're going to go to another group of men with that sort of attitude?
Right.
You're going to take, your own kids from the Black community and go to the white community with that kind of vitriol with Black men, and all of a sudden you're going to start treating white men better? No, you're not going to start treating white men better. For the most part, you're going to have that same vitriol, and over there they're going to have less, let's say, patience for that vitriol, and they're going to get your ass up out of there, just like your monetization got up out of there, because you don't know how to act. And that's a problem. That's a personal issue.
Right.
You see, that's a personal issue that you need to fix and check.
Right.
Stop blaming Black men for your issues and listen to what Sabrina Parr just said, that most of y'all with this sort of attitude, y'all going to be left on the outside, and you need to be trying to do a better job of keeping your Black men at home, because there are less of them and there are more of them who can date out. So they're not the only problem here. You're also part of the problem. And if you don't understand that, you'll just continue to do what you've been doing. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shady.
And my thing is, why didn't you find a Black man? Since you didn't want no dusty Black man, why didn't you find a Black man that was high and highly intelligent, that probably have the bag? You know why? Because they probably the ones who have it and have a college degree would want to put up with your attitude and put up with your personality. And the ones who probably
One thing that has greatly disappointed me since I've been living here is the amount of coonery that I've seen in Tokyo. And sorry to say, but it's mainly from Black men from America. The way that I have to watch y'all treat me and my fellow Black sisters like shit, but treat the Japanese women all delicately like they're special flowers is insane. The amount of times that I've met Black men from America who give people the N-word here is crazy. I recently went to a club and this Black guy was asking me how my experience is here dating, and I was telling him, and then he was like, well, I'm in heaven here because, they like fetishize us, so they be worshiping us and doing whatever the fuck we want, so I'm in heaven. What? Nothing? Or the Black man that'll be talking to me, and then when we get done, they're like, I enjoyed the conversation, you're so cool, I love Black women, I worship Black women, I wish there was more in Tokyo, and then we'll go over to their Japanese girlfriend and then talk shit about us. When Black American men get over here, the coonery be on 10. Y'all need to pipe down because they do not give a fuck about y'all.
Today I want to talk about ruthless dating, and a lot of men are realizing that American women are ruthless. I'm going to break this down to a science. Like, share, comment, subscribe. A lot of American women, unfortunately, have been brainwashed by the system, powers that be, to disrespect men. And even in relationships, we're seeing things around the likes of Jada Pinkett Smith disrespecting Will. A lot of guys dealing with single mothers, disrespecting them, basically starting other families, not trying to rebuild the one that they had, disrespecting men in marriage. And, most men are really just tired of it. This is the honest truth, right? I don't even think they're going overseas for, the lust. I don't even think that's what they're trying to make it to seem to be, or to be, I don't think they're even going overseas because they're sore losers. I think men are going overseas for respect. Right. That's it.
Exactly.
And a lot of these women, especially Black women, they fail to realize that, and they're trying to do the same thing that we're doing, because
one funny thing about women, they don't give men as much credit as they should for innovating stuff. So they low-key try to take things and flip it as their own, right? Because some guy endorsed them, whatever. But I peep game. So this whole passport movement, some women are trying to emulate these guys going overseas, but what they don't realize is that other races love black women. You know, y'all don't respect other, you know, well, they do respect other cultures when it comes to some beneficial things, and probably because they're not black men, because, you know, America doesn't program them to disrespect other races, right? It's strategically done to divide us as black individuals. However, other races can pick up when a woman is being disrespectful, or when she's not listening, and when she tries to get her way. And believe me, that's the type of disrespect women get away with in America does not fly overseas. No pun intended. They don't. It doesn't fly overseas. And this black woman right here is calling the interest that Japanese women have with black men, and vice versa. She's calling it coonery. Okay? But no one wants to call the fact that black women respect other races more than black men coonery. You see how women avoid accountability and try to blame men for just finding a solution. And it's very sad because men have to even get to this point to go outside the country to find a quality woman. You know, most races don't have that issue.
Right.
They don't. In fact, most people in other countries, if you pay attention to their men, even in places like Africa, the women respect them. Now, there might be circumstances where they don't, but there's that natural order of respect. Like, the system does not promote dysfunctional female behavior, and it doesn't reward it. So, going back to the ruthless aspect, the game has been so rigged to the point where women get away with all kinds of negative behaviors in America. You know, you got women falsely accusing men, get a slap on the wrist, back to living life and finding the next guy to accuse. You got women breaking up families, slap on the wrist, back to breaking up more families that they created by their own choices. Men are tired of it.
Right.
And this is what women fail to realize. The reason why they're out here taking these long ass trips, it's not because they just want to play Pokemon overseas. No, these guys are really looking for respect that they're not getting at home.
Exactly.
You know, they say, even, look, in the Word of God, it says a prophet is not even, you know, respected in his hometown. I'm not saying these guys are prophets, but I think the moral of the story with that quote was to let you know that sometimes you may not just be respected where you are, you need to go where you're respected. And this, in fact, what you guys aren't realizing, what ladies aren't realizing too, this is hurting the power structure of the men that they can manipulate. Pay attention. We're in hard times right now. Close enough. It's only going to get harder. But inflation is rising. Price of living is going up. And women realize that the men that they probably overlooked are not choosing them no more. I'm going to break this down scientifically so you get it. The men that they would never consider are literally going other places, okay? And what do women usually do with men that they don't consider? Disrespect them. Now, let's examine how they disrespect them. They will use them, but not give adequate exchange for using them. So, one person will benefit, the other person will literally not benefit. We see this often in the black community. City girls promoting, you know, use a guy for money, pushing the agenda of watered down prostitution. Well, I can't say watered down, it's more like elevated, because the man wouldn't even know he's being used, right? When he can just, he might as well buy a prostitute. But these women are saying you can't have a relationship with her unless you pay for her nails, pay for food,
And the minute you stop giving her stuff, she's gone. Brifold's law times 1,000. Men are catching on, and they're saying, hey, if I was never appreciated by these women, yet I have to be this super awesome wealthy guy to be appreciated. And then even the wealthy guys are not even being appreciated. Look at Will Smith. This man is a multi-millionaire. Jada Pinkett is still disrespecting him. Hey, look, the Japanese women aren't doing that. They would never cross that line. In fact, they would appreciate me with all that money. So why not bring my resources to where it's appreciated? See, women don't think on that deep level because they don't have to. I remember Patrice O'Neal did a video podcast excerpt, and there was, it was a group of guys talking about why they do things for women. And the fact that men had to collectively analyze why they do things for women is the reason why women and men are not the same. We need logic in order to succeed. Women just need their bodies, really. All they need is the right guy to fund them. And I'm talking about in this time, okay? If they use it right, all they need is the right guy. If they're slightly disrespectful, there are legions of men that will literally tolerate disrespect. Let's talk about the cuckolds, the guys who are into that type of stuff. Yes, there's an underworld of it, but that doesn't represent majority of the men, especially not no black men.
Right.
That's one of the main reasons why they can't do what they do with other men to disrespect them and get away with it with us or other men in different races. There are guys that will tolerate disrespect, but the irony of it is most of these black women, they're not even attracted to them.
Right.
They're not. They never are.
Right.
No. If they're paying them money for disrespecting them, well, that's called a cuckold or a guy who's fetishizing about being disrespected. And believe me, those exist. I've had women tell me about those people, and that's pretty freaking crazy, right? Like this chick told me in Miami, and she's married now, but she got paid $3,000 to cuss out this rich white man, to curse him out. And I'm just sitting here like, yo, these women are getting funded to disrespect grown men. And that's taboo. I mean, I don't know that there's a whole deep psychological thing on the white man's part with that, but it happens. But when women think they can do that overseas and get other folks to believe that narrative that they have in America, even with their own black men, no, it's stupid. It's backwards. So this woman should honestly be grateful for the guys that she can disrespect, because that won't fly anywhere. And on top of that, men are waking up. We're raising the standard. We're saying we're not going to tolerate disrespect. Some guys are saying they'd rather jerk off than to be disrespected for a piece of recycled booty, And I don't blame them.
Me neither.
Because there's a deep disconnect, and it's sad, but a lot of black women are being brainwashed to disconnect with black men. This is why black men are going overseas and they're not looking back. Honestly, I can't wait to just see what it's like on the other side. Not because I have a problem, but I just want to see the greatness everybody's. And I've actually seen the greatness that everyone's talking about, because I've met foreigners that came here.
Me too.
So I know why guys are going overseas. I mean, scratch that. I know exactly why. I actually met a beautiful foreigner yesterday, and her attitude was it's like a breath of fresh air, man.
Right.
Like, these women overseas give you hope. Just off attitude. It's not even on no, lustful stuff. No, it's just respect.
Right.
Money can't buy respect.
Right.
And when inflation is rising in America,
amen, brother.
Like I said in my previous video, you get more out of life once you master the things money can't buy.
Right.
So go where you're respected, folks. We're out. God bless. Peace. Like and share this video.
Oh, he's about on that one. But guess what? It gets even worse, because now, remember I made a video about women and women? Jeremy Hill picks up this video, and now women who are on the LGBTQ side trying to put their hands on men. And one of them got dealt with.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you are easily triggered, leave now because this is not
this
the
very
show
handsome
for you.
female
Now, what I'm going to do is show you a whole
floor.
bunch of clips out of fair use, and this is an educational video. Because in this video, I'm going to educate you about violent behavior that we are seeing across the U.S. I'm going to have clips of women being violent, studs, members of the LGBTQIA community attacking men for no reason. And also a woman that work at Mickey D's who dares put her hands on a grown man, and then physical conflict ensues. I'm gonna go ahead and let you look at this. I do not promote violence, but we're going to be educated about this behavior today. So let me go ahead and get it started for you. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Let's pull up the clip. It's a very short clip. I may play this twice so you can see the impact.
Trying to please a woman, you'll take an act of God. Homie said, it's time to go abroad. Trying to please a woman, here will take an act of God. Time to zoom back up the bags and go away. No time to base, get on the right. They go today. I got my passport and the homies with me. They take the west to the west. Feel like Bobby with it. These women got me someone down.
You see that stopped all that? She put her hands on him first, and then he protected himself by responding, which caused her to fall down on the McDonald's floor, sliding next to the McNugget. But then she got up again and tried it again, and then he stopped her again. See, the strong black queen refuses to lose her majesty.
I'm
gonna play that one more time.
Trying to please a woman, you'll take an act of God. Homie said, it's time to go abroad. Trying to please a woman, here will take an act of God. Time to zoom back up the bags and go away. No time to waste, get on the right. They go today. I got my passport and the homies with me. They take
I wanted you to just see that and think about that for a moment. How comfortable women have become when it comes to putting their hands on a man in public places, no less. It don't even matter to them. She was slid by the McDonald rapper. Ronald McDonald wasn't there to help her. She was in it all by herself by the fry. Again, I'm not here to promote any violence. This is an educational video to show you how stupid people are being out there right now. Let's keep on going. Now I'm going to show you a stud who gets laid on her musty back by an older gentleman. Let's get it.
You get up out of her! Get up out of her! Let her go! Let her go! That's okay, you can get it! You can get it! Give it to me! Give it to me!
Apparently she is at the DMV and she's upset because something's going on with her license plate. So therefore she's going to full stud mode, transform into Optimus Prime stud. The gentleman there is a undercover type of guy. He works there, security type of thing.
Let's go. Oh shit. That's very explosive. Get him down. Come on now.
Now the stud is on her musty back because the gentleman has restrained her. She fell kind of hard. She hit the ground like a man, but she fell like a lady. I'm gonna play that for you one more time.
Oh shit. That's very explosive. Get him down. Come on now. Your blood is on my hands, and my blood is on your hands. Now help me fuck up. No, stay held down. Put your ass on the jail, okay? That's where you're going. You gonna help me up? I'm gonna help you up. Man, you gonna help me up, but we gonna go right to walk up the jail. You did good. That's what I do. I know.
I never heard that before. I never seen anyone get knocked on the floor, knocked down, and then the person looks up at the person and said, "You did good." That's a new one for me. He knocked the stud out of her mind. She is actually congratulating the dude for knocking on her musty back. And that's all.
Come on, man. Don't touch me. Come on. You learn. You learn. Come on. Come on. Stay down there. Stay down there. You ain't getting up. Come on. Y'all got a car coming here? Yes, sir. You gotta let him up? No, because you on drugs. Something wrong with you. I ain't on drugs. My sister. You got the wrong place, wrong person. That's my sister.
Just because, you call yourself a stud and get you a little boosie haircut does not mean that you can whoop men. This man look like something from the 70s. He look like the type of dude that say Daddy-O and what's up, Jack, and look at Drive Turkey. Look how he look. Old school. Late John, you busted back. Keep your damn hands to yourself. Understand, men are not putting up with that. And I'm not trying to pick on nobody in that community, but goddamn. And the police gonna come pick her up in a little bit. Hold on, you better see.
Something wrong with you. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Come on. Stay down. Come on. Stay down. You don't want me to hit you no more because I'm gonna knock you out the next time.
He gonna knock the stud out. He gonna knock the stud out the next time. So he was just trying to knock you down, girl. You better lay your butt down now. Be a man on the floor.
You putting your hands on me, you realize both of us gonna be locked up together. You don't come to make a damn fool out of something in front of these people. No, you don't do that. Your personal shit at home, keep it at home. I heard you out on the phone with this shit. You brought it to the wrong place. She was right in front of you. She was right in front of you. You had to follow me. That's what you were supposed to do. You did what you was assigned to do. What medication do you take, man? Something's wrong with you. You can test me. I want y'all to test me when the police here so you can see my sister. I am the police. What you want me to tell you different? And I want you to test my sister so you can see that there ain't shit in me but water. What's some bad water? PCP? Nah, hell no. Something. I'm not under that, man. I drink Ice Mountain. Come on, man. Put my gun for me right now. Come on. What you doing right here? I was just trying to get her license fixed.
What she got up?
You did a solid way to help us in there. Oh, you just chill over there. Okay. I don't even come with the light.
And they about to haul little Boosie off. Now I got one more of a strong stud. And what this stud is gonna do is try to start some mess in Walmart, right? But this stud take it to a level that I could not have controlled myself. What I mean? She spit on a dude, man. She spit on the motherfucker, man. And when they go, man, you gonna see it, man. I can probably control myself until I get to that point. You're not fit to spit on me, man. You're not fit to do that. Let's get the clip started. There we go. Man, when you see masculine energy on a woman, that is the most sickening thing to see to me. It's nothing pretty or attractive about that. About a woman that's yelling loud with profanity, being threatening, walking like a dude, man. To me, that's my personal opinion. Like I said, I'm not attacking nobody. It's just my personal opinion that's protected underneath the First Amendment. And all I gotta say is, you look nasty. You look nasty. To me, you look nasty. But have a great day. Now take a look at how she stands, the stud. The car that's pulling up beside her is probably her femme girlfriend that she came to the store with. But look how she's standing like she's a bull or something, like she's finna charge you and do something to you. You ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing.
Come on, sis, we so tough. Come on, sis, we so tough. Come on, sis, we so tough. Come on, sis, we so tough.
She going in the car. She finna go get her a stud power ring or something. I don't know what she finna do. You see? She just spit on him. She spit on him. She spit on him. No, lady child, honey dumpling, honey child, you will be in that trunk. Ain't no way in hell. No way in hell you spitting on me, bro. Ain't no way. It's absolutely no way that you spitting on me. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care what your species is. You spit on me, whatever happened after that happened and you brought it on yourself, ain't no way in hell. That is the ultimate disrespect. I don't care who it is, man. You are not about to spit on me, dog. Ladies and gentlemen, when is spitting on someone ever acceptable? When is spitting on someone the best way to let them know that you don't like them? Come on, man.
I'm for what? Listen to me, name. You a fucked up bitch. You a fucked up bitch. I done smelled you 17 times. Get changed in. Get changed and go shop. I am a changed person. You don't even know. Like, you don't even know. Listen, bitch. Go shop.
I know she spit on you. I know she spit on you. You didn't do nothing. I know that much. I tell you what, though. I know that stud can't fight. The reason I know she can't fight because every time she act like she about to fight, she start to bend over and put up both her fists by her knees. Who the hell fight like that? You see how y'all scrunched over and stuff? Come on then. Come on then. Like you trying to pick something up off the floor or something like that. How you gonna hit me with your fist by your ankles? What the hell you gonna do? I ain't even trying to be funny. I just look at how some people act when they supposed to be threatening and stuff like that. And I look at them funny. That's crazy. Yeah, well, y'all let me know what y'all think about this.
Jeremy's the best. Check this one out.
Wells Fargo has donated $60 million to advance homeownership in underserved communities as part of a $525 million donation to support housing affordability solutions. Wells Fargo, the bank of doing.
Do you want to receive beautiful crystals every month without breaking the bank? I know what you're thinking. It must be too...
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Dick Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Jada Pinkett is back in the news again, and not for anything that she has done based on her talent. She has recently sat down with, I believe, NBC, and she confessed something in a new interview that many of us could have probably speculated, but we couldn't put our hands on it, or probably didn't really know. And that is the fact that her and Will Smith have been separated since 2016, while maintaining appearances that they are together. Now, she said this: I think we were both kind of just still stuck in our fantasy of what we thought the other person should be. Okay? So now they just stuck together because they said they would never divorce. They don't even live together. So kudos to Will Smith. But I want you guys to realize something, that Jada Pinkett and Tia Mowry have a lot in common. Let's look at the two husbands who are both actors. Will Smith is a legendary actor. Corey Hardrick is just still up and coming. But none of them ever go out there and talk about their wives. They never do. They always, if anything, say positive things about their wives. See, that's the difference between masculinity and femininity. Will Smith may feel this way about Jada Pinkett, but being a man, and I know he's a simp in many ways, but being a real man, he will never come out there and publicly assassinate his wife, or even insinuate that she she's not who I thought she was or who I thought she would be, he would at least pretend or still love her to the point that they are still married. He would at least show her that respect. But on the flip side, look at how Tia Mowry handled the Corey Hart situation. She said she graduated from marriage, right? She said that she pretty much was tired of pretty much building him. Then for the other guys she's dating now, the dating market is trash. These guys don't want to court anymore. These guys don't want to do X, Y, and Z. The reason is because every time they have some level of a disagreement, which you will have in relationships, but they got to go ahead and run to the internet. They got to go ahead and try to make some clout of the situation. Just like how a lot of brothers wasn't feeling how Safari was doing with Eric Amini. Every time he had a problem, he was complaining. He's running to the internet. Hey man, shut up, man. Be a man. And this is exactly what these ladies are doing when it comes to Tia Mowry and Jada Pinkett. I would classify these two ladies as hellraisers. Number one, you have problems with your husband. Why is it that the black man always has to take somewhat of a submissive position when the wife want to go out there and act a fool? And brother Jay Sean, shout out to him, he told me, look at Michael B. Jordan. He's with Lori Harvey. The girl goes out there and makes a cryptic post with the license plate that says dump him. Michael B. Jordan has to eat it. And a lot of times, these guys, they have this feminine female media where they can't come out and say things without being flabbergasted. Even Jeezy can't come out and talk about the fact that Jeannie Mai is an awful partner. Can't say it. But another reason why, they are real men. Real men are never going to try to embarrass their wives publicly. I'm going to say it again. Never. It's a very feminine thing to do, to go after a woman publicly, unless, you know, that woman is trying to really destroy your career, or something like what Jason Derulo was going after. You know, and even there's a way you got to go through it with that, which is a publicist, because of a woman making those kind of accusations about you, that's still dangerous. But these are the kind of women that black men are having to deal with, and I'm going to tell you why. No black man has ever set these ladies straight. There are so many Jada Pinketts and Tia Mowry in black America because no brother has ever told them no. That is exactly why a lot of men, Ebony K. Williams, when they come across these kind of thinking ladies, they can be beautiful and hardworking, but they're not compatible because they don't know how to handle conflict resolution in a way. In order for somebody to stay with Jada Pinkett, that person has to suffer. Tia Mowry, that person has to suffer. Right? Why is it that in some of these relationships, when we see black men dealing with these women, these black men have to somehow suffer? Even Monique's husband. You know, the agreement that she had was she gets to sleep with whatever guy she wants, he can't. Why is the black man always in some level of position of submission, and then you have this lady who is a hellraiser? I gotta tell you a story. I have a pastor like that. I have a pastor that I went to in my community, very historic church in my community. One of the first black churches in Sacramento, in our area. Oh my God, the lady is a hellraiser. I'm talking about the guy was the first Will Smith. The lady is insane. She's old now. I think the last time I heard that, she's on her way out, what they tell me. And he's old too, he's still the pastor. But man, the way that the lady, it was alleged that one of his daughters is not his. The woman looks nothing like her. It's very, very rare that two light-skinned people produce a dark baby. I'm gonna say it again. It is very rare that two light-skinned people produce a dark baby, and it happened. Not to say it can't happen, but it's not common. All right, because a lot of these rich men, very successful, been rich for many years. But the issue is taking this level of disrespect, and the reason why you have Tia Mowry's and Jada Pinkett's, that whenever thing is going wrong, give your husband.
Prep for lower temperatures with our lowest prices of the season.
It's about to go off, but yeah, I'm gonna say this: these women don't know how to love. They don't know what love is, because love don't do that to a man. If love don't do that to, you would do a stranger or a friend like that. I would assume. Why would you do that to someone who is your husband, who is your better half? It's too bad someone didn't sit down and tell these women what it is to be a wife. There's a code. There's a integrity in being a wife, and that's something that Jada Pinkett and Tia don't have. And the reason why they struggle because they don't know how to be wives. Simple as that. I mean, and I know they had parents. I know she had a mom, and especially Tia but she watched her mom and dad. So she should have learned from her own watching her own parents on how her mom was with her dad. So, and hopefully you've been around other married couples that's in the industry and some that's not in the industry. And the reason why, but what it is that it goes back to what I'm saying. They think that their beauty, their booty, and their breasts is it. And they get big-headed. And then they get entitled. And that's what it is. And they think that they got all this time in the world and think that they're missing out on something. Some women will do that just to see that they want attention. Ain't that something? I've heard cases where women want it because they didn't get that attention in their young life, but now that they come to this conclusion, men are noticing them. Other men, you married. And now, and so now you back being single. Now you see how some of these men view you. That you just a bedroom buddy, but you had something that's more than a bedroom buddy, but you didn't appreciate it. And she said she graduated from marriage, so you really didn't have no heart for that man Corey. And like with Jada, she had no heart for Will. Ain't that something? The level of disrespect. But yet, them same two men will step outside the community, go to another community of women, they would get ragged and everything. But these two black men choose to marry two black women in a relationship. And you see how they get treated? They don't get appreciated or nothing. But as soon as you step out, whatever, they're ready to cut you down. Well, see, that's what happened. Y'all get money, and y'all go over and get one of them foreign girls and them white girls, whatever. That's why. That's why right there. Because maybe that foreign girl, that white girl, whatever, or that light-skinned girl, whatever, the bitches women, because you're so insecure, and that's the reason why. And there's women like that, they're insecure. Then they want this is like he said, a level of disrespect, like that one dude said. So that's why. So to all the black men, all black women saying, why is it that when these celebrities, they always go out and they take their money? That's why, because you got the Jada Pinkett and Tia Mowry's are like this. You just disrespect their men. That's why. And that's why it's like they had to go around, and Will didn't deserve to go through that, man. And she talked about she was had a thing called Tupac, and Tupac, even though he was a good artist, but he lived a reckless life. I mean, he got involved with gang members, dude. I mean, that's how he got assassinated. Trying to be that gangster. That excitement. Now he didn't get a chance to enjoy his children growing up, enjoy his wealth that he worked so hard for. That's what's sad. But you rather deal with a dude, something like that, because they got to bring that type of energy. But Will wasn't like that. Will when he was entertained, just doing it for fun, and enjoyed movies and stuff. He became popular. His music wasn't about gang banging and stuff, but fight one group going across the town. But you got these sorry, simple ladies with chase behind a dude like that. But when the best of your black men go out the freaking country, because you think that they ain't man enough because they don't have no kind of fun and excitement, aggression enough. Yeah. That's what it is. And the same, like I was telling you earlier, and the one time one female asked me, the one that kind of blew me off, the black chick that blew me off, she said, did you date a white woman? I said, I already did. Why? Why do you care? You was the one that didn't want to give me your time. You didn't want to see me as a basic companion. You didn't want to give me the same respect. I had to go to another, and I said, that's what happened. So you meet the woman that's going to give you respect. That's what black men want. Well, you get these entitled black women, some of them, that just feel like this because they got booty and the beauty. Well, she don't look as good as me. Sometimes it don't take all that. Sometimes it's take what is a person going to give you out their heart. That's what's wrong. You've been twerking and not even thinking. See, the body matches up with the personality, you wouldn't have that problem. That's why. That's why a lot of men have stepped, like the brother said, going out. They want respect. And I tell you, sometimes it be something silly, something stupid. Why they call the marriage off or break up a relationship. Something really stupid. Like, are you serious? So you don't know what love is. So, and like I said, you don't see other black couple celebrities doing this. Because I know there's a lot of black people. Oh, trust me, you don't see LeBron James' wife doing that shit. You don't see Russell Brooks' wife doing that. And they black women. I'm just saying. You don't see Snoop Dogg's wife doing that to him. You don't, and she black woman. LL Cool J, you don't see that happen to him. So what's the difference is? Why is that? But the same people will get on in social media, if they tipped out, they'll talk about it. But the same, because we can be like a Uber saying that they're resources. How can you respect when a woman don't even want to respect you? It ain't about that. She still want to keep you hood and bound and try to make you and turn you into a hood booger. Get you all emotionally riled up. Trying to get you locked up or probably put you in the ground for all the stress and anxiety and tension and hypertension and stuff. But that's how some women are. They try to put you in the grave. But if they really love you, if they really love their men, some of these women like Jada would have loved black men, maybe that's why they would tip over to other women. And this is and I don't care if it's your Hebrew sister or what. This is a fact. Men been trying to get respect for the last. Black men been trying to get for 40 years. We've been trying to get respect. But when I can't deal with you because you're too nice. I can't deal with you because you just don't excite me. We don't argue. You don't grab me by the throat or something like. I mean, it's just something crazy. This is the truth. That's why you're gonna see a lot of things. Or you get a woman that's trying to dominate you like that woman did with that man. So he stood his ground. Don't tell him how a woman is. He know how to treat a woman. That's why. Sometimes you gotta think of the other person. And to women who have that kind of personality, I'm talking this to. That's why. And some good men, they don't stay nice for too long, ladies. Everybody has a certain limit. Gonna put up with your mess. And then you're gonna be looking stupid. And it's saying for like people like Cynthia G, why did you go to another? Why if you hate, despise, and think lowly of your man, then go to another race of men? Why are you tearing down your men? And you think that them other men are perfect, they built up everything. Why did you go to the other men? Why did you lay down with a black man then and have a chick with him? Why did you do that if they dusty and busty? You see what I'm saying? Since you're so smart and intellectually intelligent, why did you do that? Black men didn't build it. But what about the Black Panthers and Martin Luther King and Medgar Evers and all the other men? And then the Frederick Douglasses and we go on and on and on. They didn't build anything? The Nation of Islam didn't build anything? Really? Wow. These black men still build stuff. They ain't build anything? But you want somebody to cry for because you lost your channel. Oh well. Go to those people who you think are higher than your black men. Why do you come to a black man? Right? Go to those other black women who think like you. That's what I would say. Go to other women. Go to one of the other nations, people that think like you. Yeah, black men ain't crap. They don't build nothing. They less than competent. Why are you coming up crying to come to black men? No, what we should do like some other culture, cast you out. Treat you like an outcast. In some cultures you did that, they will shame you. They spit in your face and shame you, cuss you out. They wouldn't put up with that in the other culture. He's right. Women get that level of that disrespect? Oh shoot. You blessed. You lucky. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off this line, but yeah. But that's my question. If black men ain't worth nothing, then why do you mess with us? Why are you talking about? Why do you care? Why you care if a black man goes and marries and dates another woman? You're not gonna give him that attention. You're not gonna give him that love, that attention. You type one will complain and complain, drive him nuts. And I'm not saying that all black women do that, but the ones like her do. So that's why she ain't gonna have a man, because her own mouth is her own destruction. Just like many women like her, who have her mindset. That's why they're single mothers. And then they're gonna be single because their own mouth, their own actions. And then you seeing men out there that probably would have been attracted to you, might have been had it all together. Their height, their weight, their hygiene, whatever. But now they see the way you are. They'll want that. Even this other prime race of men looking at this thing. No, that's all right. So you make yourself look bad, women who got that mindset. And then you're gonna try to front the dude on video, make yourself look bad. Wow, like you incompetent. Trying to clown him. And the worst back on because some women he was called you out because you think you're so pretty. That's the reason why. And I'm glad I'm glad that man took her butt home. I did the same thing. I didn't talk to that chick. Well, in my case, I ain't talked to her no more. Told me that the dude slapped her. I laughed in her face. I sure did. Yeah, I was too nice for you. Well, guess what? I somebody else to have it. I ain't your income. I ain't your height. Hey. There's a woman on the planet, and that's how we men are looking at it now. We'll go someplace and we get the funds up. We going to some place in the world. We'll make it go. That guy look, he look nerdy, look slow, whatever. They don't give a damn. Because your opinion is just like a fart in the wind. That's how I look at it. Really. It's too many women out here, man. And just like the woman said herself. So that's what if I would tell men, that's the kind of mindset you gotta have. Just like those other men in other countries. They don't get all thirsty over these women. It'd be nice, be cordial. But since they want to say, oh, he being thirsty, oh, he being stockish, oh, he being creepy. All right, don't creep up on them. Treat them. I call it the Muslim woman effect. Like when you see, no offense, but you know how you see Muslim women, and they're stand off with women. They don't shake, they don't touch a man's hand, they don't stand to somebody's feet. Maybe that's how the way we gotta do. They're like, what's wrong with these men? I'm giving you the Muslim woman treatment. Like we in Iraq somewhere. how you like them apples. Anyway, that's the way to do it. That way they can't keep you being creepy or you stalkish, whatever. That's what you gotta do. Don't ignore them. Like they in the gym, whatever, don't ignore them. Let them see what it's like, especially the ones that got that attitude. Don't cater to their attitude, guys. Really. But anyway, find the women that be interested in you. And men, get your passport and go. If they don't want to give you no love over here, there's plenty of women around the world will love you. Don't matter what you look like. Just try to pick your bank up. Because some women will accept you. Alright then, hope you have a good one. Till next time, take care, be blessed. See you on the next video. Like and subscribe, share. Take care.